Hey everyone, I'm Kevin with JcrOffroad. In today's video, we're going to be installing our gas tank skid on this 2022 Ford Bronco Sport. So to begin, we got to get some things removed here underneath the vehicle, mainly these two factory splash guards. These are just going to be held in place with a few Torx head fasteners at the front, some little fabricated nuts down each side, as well as just one plastic clip at the front and rear on the outside edges. So for the Torx fasteners, you'll need a T30 Torx socket. Go ahead and remove all three of these. The clips can be removed with either a pair of these clip removal pliers or a flat blade screwdriver pretty easily. And then all of these nuts can be removed with a 10mm socket. That one's already out. Once all the fasteners are removed, these should drop out of here pretty easily and can be set off to the side for now. So once you have those factory splash shields down out of the way, you're going to want to look at these heat shields under each side of the tank and make sure that these two and these two studs have either a nut or one of these kind of clip style retainers in place before you put our skids up on. So for these, we're just going to reuse the nuts that held those liners in place. Once you've done that, we can proceed in assembling and installing the skid. So before we install this in the vehicle, we're going to do a little bit of assembly down here on the bench. You can kind of see I've got both sides of the skid laid out as they'll go in the vehicle, with that being the front. These are going to be kind of front and rear mounting brackets, so those will sit off to the side for now, and then we'll show you how to get both this front center mount and this rear tie-in assembled. So this front center mount, I kind of already had in place how it will go on the two skids. These two holes will bolt up into the body of the vehicle. So you can kind of slide it in underneath and line it up with the corresponding holes here on the skid. And then assemble this with 5/16 button heads and flange locking nuts in all three of those locations. Now for this rear tie-in bracket, it's going to be a lot like that front. You can kind of just slide it in place under the two halves of the skid here. Line up the 3 holes on this side, 4 on the passenger side. And again, using 5/16 button heads and flange locking nuts, get this loosely assembled. So if you assembled this correctly, you'll wind up with something that looks about like I have here. Now, we're going to be doing this by setting it on the trans jack since we're working here in a vehicle lift. If you're doing this on the ground in a garage or a driveway, you can kind of do the same thing with a floor jack or even just the help of a friend to get this up in place and install these mounts. So once you get the skid in place here underneath the tanks, you're going to want to find the flanged hex head 8mm bolts in your bolt pack and begin loosely installing them into the 2 factory threaded inserts here that this front bracket lines up with. Kind of leave these loose for now. So these are going to be the front outside mounting brackets. There is going to be a left and a right. They should really only line up one way. You're going to want to make sure you slide this down inside of this outer flange here on the skid, and then use another one of those flanged metric bolts to install into this top slot to mount the bracket to the vehicle. Then to attach the skid to that bracket, you'll be using more 5/16 button heads with flange locking nuts. Now at this time you can go install the passenger side bracket just to the skid. You're not actually going to have a mounting hole up here at the body because that's going to need to be drilled, but we'll do that after we get the remaining brackets in so that we know everything is aligned properly. So this is going to be your rear mount. This one is on the driver's side with this radius front edge toward the front of the vehicle. Again, these will slide inside of the flange on the skid, and up at the top you'll install one of those flanged head metric bolts into a factory threaded insert on the frame. Then just like the front mount, you'll install 5/16 button head hardware to hold this bracket to the skid. And then you can just repeat that same installation process for the rear bracket on the passenger side. So now you can kind of see here on the passenger side where we were talking about this mount not having a hole to bolt through here on the vehicle side. So this is where we're going to kind of check the skid, make sure everything looks centered and aligned properly. Then I'm going to come in here and center punch roughly the center of this slot. At this time we're going to drill a hole to accept a 5/16 bolt. Now you can drill through the bracket using it as a guide. However, if you're concerned about doing that and damaging the finish and opening it up to the possibility of corrosion, you can remove these two button heads and temporarily pull this bracket down out of the way. Once you have that drilled, go ahead and touch up that exposed metal with some paint, and then you'll need to find the 5/16 hex head bolt and washer I have here, along with another 5/16 nut to slide in through this factory hole and thread your bolt into. So now that we have all that hardware in place, we can begin tightening things up. For all these 5/16 button heads, you'll just need a 3/16 hex. If for some reason one of those flange nuts doesn't grab on the skid side, you may need a 1/2 inch wrench just to hold that temporarily. All of those flanged metric bolts will need a 13mm socket going up into the body. And then lastly, in this front passenger side location where you had to drill, you'll need a 1/2 inch socket. Once you have everything tight there, the actual skid installation is complete. Now we're just going to need to do a little bit of trimming to get these factory splash shields back in place. So you can obviously see here how these factory covers would interfere with our skid. Basically the easiest way to do this is kind of loosely reinstall it and hold it in place by hand like I have here, or you could even install just a couple of those factory nuts, and then you can kind of mark things out on where you're going to trim straight along this edge and be able to reinstall this. The only part that might be a little tricky is if you try to keep this retaining fastener right here, that would be kind of behind our front mount. That can be done. You're just going to need to do a little bit of tricky trimming around this corner so the tab can slide in place above our mount and the nut can be reinstalled. So once you have those fitted and reinstalled with factory hardware, your install is complete. Now, if you guys have any questions about this tank skid or any other product we offer at JCR Off-Road, you can always reach out to us. You can email us at info@jcroffroad.com or give us a call at 269-353-1184.